Hello guys, welcome to Dan's IT Network. On my previous video we're able to identify all of the IP subnets and subnet mask from network 1 to network 5. And today, our network admin wants us to create another network, okay, using the IP address 172.16.0.0. So he gave us another task, all right? And of course, he's our boss, so we need to follow him, okay? And it says in here, note that the IP network address and broadcast um, IP address are already included on the network 6. Okay, so this is the network 6, and we need to create 4,000 hosts. Wow, that's a lot, all right? And as I mentioned to you a while ago, that the IP network address and broadcast IP address are already included on this 4,000. So we don't need to add additional 2 hosts then, okay, because it's already included. And you notice that on the label, the network 6 is not included. Why? It's because the network admin is planning to use this network 6 in the future. So maybe it's his backup network. Okay? So let's create a backup network, which is the network 6 that needs to have a 4,000 hosts. Okay? So this is the IP address that we will be using, 172.16.0.0. Okay, and since we need to create a 4,000 hosts, right? We're looking on the pattern, right? It is only the maximum that we can do is 128, right? And we do know that 128 is not enough to cover the 4,000 hosts. Okay, so the 128 is actually located in here on this first portion. Okay, so we will match this pattern to this first portion. Okay, this is the 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 1, 2, 8. Okay, and since we need to have a 4,000 hosts, okay, we need to use the second portion of the 8 bits of the binary, okay, to add additional hosts. Okay, so if we're gonna do that, if we will move on this second portion, the 128 will be doubled. Okay, so the 128 will be 128 times 2, that is 256. Okay, well, I'm gonna put that down here so that just for you to see. Okay, and 128 will start here. So 128 times 2, okay, 256. I'm gonna write that down so that you'll see, okay? 256, and then 256 times 2 is 512, okay? And then 512 um, times 2, it's 1024. 1024 times 2 is 2048. We're getting closer, okay? Patient. So 2048 times 2, it's 4096. 4096. Okay, so here we go. I believe that 4096 is totally enough to cover the 4,000 hosts. Okay, so we will stop on this number. Okay, and so where's the 4096 on this 8 binary? Okay, so let's locate. So this is the 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 up to 128. Okay, so this is the 128, and then 256, um, 512, okay, then 1024, 2048, and 4096. Okay, so this is the 4096. Okay, and now, uh, well, let's change this. to 8. Okay, so that we know, okay, just for us to know that this is the 4096. All right, so this is the 4096. Okay, and it's time for us now to identify what is the magic number. Okay, well, maybe some of you is thinking that this is the magic number. Well, the answer is no. Okay, well, we just use this number just for us to see how many hosts that we can use. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this because we're done on these numbers. Okay, and then we're go back to the uh, pattern. Okay, so this is the pattern. All right, so we need to match this number on this second portion of the 8-bit. Okay, and for us to get the magic number, so let's match this on this number. Okay, so it's going to be a 1, 2, 4, 8, and then 16. All right, so the magic number then would be 16. Okay, because it's located in here. Now I'm going to change this to 1. Okay, all right, and since now we do know the magic number is 16. Okay, so let's start in subnetting the IP address, which is here. Okay, so I'm going to write down the IP address 172.16.0.0. I'm sorry, 0.0. Okay, all right, so we are on the second portion, so meaning on this IP address is we need to work on this second portion. Okay, right? Because the magic number is located in here. It's not located on the first one, right? So we need to count 16, okay, from 0. So from 0 to 15, that is a total of 16, including the 0, okay? So let us write that down. So it's going to be 172 dot um, 16, okay, and then dot, okay, 15, okay, and then dot 255, okay, because this is the maximum number that we can put on this segment. As you see, it's only up to 255. Okay, so the 25 we cannot put 256 though. Okay, we cannot put 257. It's the 255. Okay, so now we can easily identify that this is the network IP address, and this is the broadcast IP address. Okay, all right. Meaning is from 172.16.0.0 up to 172.16.15.255. This can cover all of the 4096 hosts. Okay, and this includes the IP network address and the broadcast address. Right? Okay. So now let's identify what is the default gateway. So default gateway, okay, it should be always the first host on the network. Okay, so this is the network, and what is the first host? Okay, the first host would be 172.16.0.1. Okay, so this will then be the default gateway. Okay, and let's identify what are the available hosts that we can use. Okay, so I'm going to write that down 172.16.0.2 up to, okay, 172.16.15.254. Okay, so I did not put 255 because we do know that this is the broadcast IP address. Okay, so this is the last available host that we can use. Okay, so I'm gonna put down here. This is the these are the available hosts. Okay, right. All right, and now the uh, s- the broadcast IP address is 172.16.15.255. Okay, So this is the broadcast IP address. Okay, so now it's good to go. So this is the network IP address. Okay, and this is the broadcast IP address, which is here. So we will count from 172.16.0.0 up to 172.16.15.255. It is a total of 4,096 hosts, including the network and including the broadcast IP address. Okay, and its default gateway, that this is the first host on the network. So this is the network, and the first host on this network is 172.16.0.1, and it should be the default gateway. Okay, and then the available hosts that we can use are 172.1 I'm sorry 172.16.0.2, okay, up to 172.16.15.254. So these are the available hosts that we can use. And the broadcast IP address, it's the last IP address on the network. Okay, the last IP address on this network is 172.16.15.255. Okay, so that's the broadcast IP address. Okay, and let's say if we want to create another network, okay, then we need to write this down. It should be the next IP address after the broadcast IP address, and that should be 172.16.16.0. Okay, so this is another network, and if we want to create another network though, okay, just gonna write this down: 172.16, okay, at 32.0. Okay, you notice that is the magic number, right? So meaning is the network will increase by 16 if we want to create another network though, okay, or a separate network. So um, let's add additional 16 in here. That will be 172.16.48.0. That's another network, and so on and so forth. Okay, then another network we need to add 16, 172.16 dot this is 64, right? Then dot 0. Okay, additional 16 though. Okay, and if we want to add a default gateway in here or available host, then we can do the same thing as it shows it here, but it was not instructed. Okay, so we were asked just to create a one network 6, okay, which is 4,000 hosts. So I just created this network just for you to know that what is the purpose of the magic number. So meaning we can the network will go up by 16 for us to create another network. Okay,